Hi to my magical star beings, this is Psychic Siren Tarot and welcome to the channel. In today's reading we're going to be taking a look at what about your beauty hypnotizes people. Please be aware that this is gender non-specific and to only take what resonates, as this is a general reading. So I'm now going to show you your crystals. For pile number 1 we have blue lace agate, for pile number 2 we have this Leopard Jasper, and for pile number 3 we have this Larimar crystal. I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you are most drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one pile, you can pick 2 or all of them. Your intuition will always know best. You can also pause the video if you need more time, and if you are done picking a pile, please find the timestamp for your pile in the description box below, and then I will see you at your reading. Hi to my pile number 1s. If you chose this blue lace agate crystal, we're going to be taking a look at your reading today. We're going to be taking a look at what about your beauty hypnotizes people. So please be aware that this is a gender non-specific reading and to only take what resonates, as this is a general reading. You chose the card Sea Beacon Fairy and it says they are guidance, but where will it lead you? So let's go ahead and add your cards for you. The first card we have is Transformation. Next we have Start Delegating. Ask others to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. Next we have the Two of Swords. Next we have the Awakening card. We have the Ace of Emotions, which is the Ace of Cups. Oh, and by the way, the Awakening card is the Judgment card in this deck. We have the Lovers card. We have the Death card. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Fool. We have the Hangman. And lastly, we have the Nine of Swords. So my pile number 1s, now that we have your cards laid out, I see exactly what about your beauty hypnotizes people. Okay, so please be aware that beauty is non-gender specific. You know, I mean this for everyone. This reading is open for everyone. So with the Sea Beacon Fairy that you chose, I am noticing that she is holding up a light here in her hand and also a light on her wing, and she's surrounded by the sea, and in the background there is a boat. Now I'm hearing that song as I looked at this image. Okay, I'm hearing the song And On by Erica Badu. So it goes on and on and on and on. But I wasn't hearing the actual song. I was hearing a short line from the song. So I'll just tell you what I heard. I heard ascension maintain, rolling through like a burning flame, like a supernova star. She be the light when they're in the dark. So there's this kind of energy of you, my pal number ones, where you kind of light the way. You are like a shining star, like a shining light in the dark. And I mean, we even have stars here. Is that not a synchronicity? So there's something about you, my pal number ones, that really shines, that really is like a star, a beautiful star that shines in the night sky. And it's like you are the type of people that shine that light to lead people out of the darkness. And we see a boat here in the background that she is leading out. So my pal number ones, I really feel the energy here with the sea beacon fairy. It talks about this woman, this sea beacon fairy, that is holding up this lantern, this light, and there's a boat in the background. And the story basically goes that we don't really know whether she is going to lead them to shore when there's no light, where there's no lighthouses, and save them. But we also don't know whether she is going to lead them astray and kind of like lure them in. So there's this energy to you, my pal number ones. When people first meet you, they may not be sure whether you're leading the light for them or whether you're luring them in, but there's something about your beauty, my pal number ones, that almost feels like people are being lured in, like come closer, Siren kind of vibes. And you know, some people might be a little scared at first, and I'm seeing, it's a meme from The Simpsons when he goes like, I'm scared but excited, or something along those lines. So it's like you kind of scare people in, like you're not that your beauty scares people, it's just that your beauty hypnotizes people in so much and lures them in like a siren song. Some of you may also have beautiful voices that captivate and hypnotize people in, where they just want to hear your voice all day and just watch you slowly. But I'm kind of getting the energy that your beauty lures people in and hypnotizes them so much that they almost get scared by how much it hypnotizes them. There's almost this energy, now I'm hearing, I put a spell on you, like that kind of energy where your beauty is just of such a high frequency that people almost feel like you're putting spells on them, but you're not. It's just that you shine so brightly, my pal number ones, that they're not really sure where you're leading them to, where you're luring them to, if you're going to lure them in and eat them, or if you're going to lure them in and have a beautiful night with them in that way. So I kind of get the idea that a lot of people that are attracted to you feel like they are being lured in by you, by your beauty. It's like time just slows down by you. By being around you, time just slows down and they feel hypnotized by your beauty. They feel like they're being lured in to do something that they wouldn't normally do. Or maybe I get the energy that you even invite in people with your energy. For example, let's say people that aren't looking for relationships or aren't looking for love. It's like you have this ability to lure even those people in. And I'm just getting that energy that people almost feel tempted by your beauty. They feel hypnotized by your beauty. They feel like they're being lured into the deep sea. And like there's no amount of logic can stop the luring that your energy pulls in. And I'm noticing here in the Two of Swords, she has a blindfold over her eyes. So I'm kind of getting the idea that something about your eyes, my pile number ones, as we see here, big beautiful eyes, big beautiful eyes. Some of you have beautiful blue big eyes. Some of you just have beautiful eyes where they're really big, or sometimes, well, the kind of energy I'm getting is maybe some of you wear a lot of eyeshadow on your eyes, or something about your eyes just stand out where people notice that. And they say the eyes are the windows to the soul. So something about like when people look into your eyes, they just feel like they get lost in it. They feel like they get lost in your eyes, and time just slows down and nothing around them is there anymore. They're just lost in your eyes. And it's almost this feeling of you bring people in with your energy. Like they will be standing still and then they'll come closer and closer and closer and look into your eyes and get lost in them, and they might even fall over. That's the energy I'm feeling. Like people almost feel like they're walking on a small string and they're about to fall over by being so hypnotized by your beauty, my pile number ones. And there's this energy of they don't know whether you're going to lead them towards rocks or lead them towards a safe harbor, because they don't know you yet. So I'm picking up this is more strangers first, and it's kind of like they get scared by how much they're hypnotized by your beauty. And it's kind of like this energy that sometimes people stare into your eyes and maybe it makes you uncomfortable, but that's why. And something about your eyes just really stand out, and it really just lures people in and hypnotizes people, my pile number ones. That it's almost like they want to wear a blindfold over their eyes. I'm feeling like your energy is so sensual and so, not just sensual, but very siren-like, where you pull people in, and it's also Medusa-like, where it's like people almost turn to stone when they look at you, and it's because they freeze in their tracks and they're just lost in your eyes and lost in your beauty and hypnotized by you, that you give off the energy of like a siren Medusa, where people almost want to cover their eyes and not look at you because you're so beautiful, because they know they'll be hypnotized in or lured in. And it's like you make people feel off balance by how much your beauty shines out. And I'm kind of getting the energy that you, my pal ones, are very beautiful people on the inside and out. So that was the strangest energies I was picking up on. And I kind of get the energy that although they may feel this way at first, I think as people get to know you, they see that you're a really comforting person. As we see with these feathers going around her, it's like you not only bring people in, lure them in, but you comfort them with your energy. Your energy feels like a warm blanket, a warm nurturing blanket. And you even chose the heart blue lace agate. So I feel your energy is very healing, very full of love. And it's like something about your energy. Another thing that hypnotizes people when people really get to know you is they feel like they're warm and comforted by your energy. Like once they get to know you, they feel like your energy is a big warm blanket that they just want to cuddle. I don't know. I get the energy that people like to cuddle with you or hold your hand or just touch you in some way because your energy feels so warm and inviting. And there's something about you, my pal number ones, that is very deep. I think, your emotions are very deep. Your soul is very deep. There's something about you that is very wise as well, very comforting, very nurturing, and your energy just shines like a star. I feel like you are my people that are the type of people that give really good advice. And maybe sometimes people don't even listen to your advice, but it's because they can't see life at the depth you see it yet. I feel like you're very old souls. They're taking me to like the dinosaur ages, like to show me that you are ancient souls, my pal number ones. And sometimes people can't quite understand your depths, and they feel like sometimes people get lured in by your energy, by the beauty of your energy and your looks and everything like that. And they sometimes feel like they drown in it if they themselves aren't deep like you. And there's this thing of them drowning unintentionally in your energy, but not in a bad way, more so in a way that they're not ready for that much of that potent energy. Does that make sense? So the kind of energy I'm getting is they're showing me the love witch, and she basically gave him some kind of drink when she was at the guy's house. And I think she put some type of love potion in that drink. So there's this feeling you give to people, especially romantic partners or romantic interests or people that are interested in you in that way, my pal number ones, where they almost feel like they're drinking a love potion and being hypnotized by your beauty. And it was like in that movie, he drank it and they had a beautiful night together. But later on, he started crying, like his emotions were just let out. And he started like, in the beginning of the night, he was very avoidant, his demeanor was like kind of avoidant, like I don't want love, I'm not looking for anything serious. Then later on in the night, after she had a night with him, he kind of just was crying and wanted her close, wanted her like a mother almost. And then she was like, Pisces man, I should have known, something along those lines. And it's like the love potion she gave him in that movie was so potent that it actually destroyed him in some way. So it's not to say that your energy can destroy people, my pal number ones. It's more so that your energy is so potent, your beauty is so potent that it almost brings people's feelings up. People that, don't, like people that are avoidant and don't want love, they all of a sudden feel these deep feelings and emotions. And sometimes, like they're showing me dry lands. Those people are dry lands and you're a big sea, you know what I mean? And now all of a sudden they're in the sea and it just feels a little bit too overwhelming for them because your energy is so potent, my pal number ones, that it hypnotizes people in and it lures people in. And if they've never been in the sea before, they wouldn't quite understand what it feels like. They feel scared in the sea, but if they actually realize they can swim and play around in the sea and have a lot of fun in the sea, then they would change their perspective. But I also feel like they haven't reached that depth yet. So there's something about your energy that just lures people in, that makes people fall in love instantly, especially people that don't listen to their feelings or avoid their feelings. It's like you bring their feelings out and then all of a sudden they feel scared by it. They feel like all shaky, and I hope I'm explaining this correctly, but they feel like that because you are so, like your love is so potent that it almost feels like they're drinking a love potion. Okay, my pal number ones. But it's just your beauty, it's just your energy. And there's something about you, people that can have the same depth as you, people that can see their own depths, will swim playfully with you. And like they're showing me when you're young and you play mermaids and you're like that siren luring them in, and they're playing with you in the water, they're having fun with you, and everything's just good and time just slows down. That's the kind of energy I feel when people can handle your potent energies. But I feel like it's more so new souls that feel like your energy is so potent that it's not too much for them, but it's just, I'm hearing they can't handle my source, like that kind of energy. The way they're explaining it to me, your spirit guides, is, you know, if someone is not used to eating spicy food and they eat spicy food all of a sudden, it seems like too much for them. But a person that is used to spicy food, let's say they go eat tacos or they go eat Mexican food, they will find it really delicious. That's the kind of energy they're showing me. They're showing me Taco Bell, so I just used that example. But you're like that, my pal number ones, where your energy is just so potent that it hypnotizes people, it lures them in, and if they are not ready for that potent energy, they must just leave, okay? That's the kind of energy I get. But it's not that it's something wrong with you, my pal number ones. It's more so they're not enough for you. So look at it that way. Don't look at it as if you are too much for them. Look at it as if they are not enough for you. And I know that sounds mean, but they're not on the same level as you, my pal number ones. So I feel the energy that you, my pal number ones, are so beautiful. You have this effect on people that just makes them almost feel like they're being Medusa, like they're being turned to stone. And I'm also feeling like there's something about you that's so beautiful, where if people get on your bad side, it's like your look turns them to stone and makes them really anxious. I just got that as a message. Like the look in your eyes or your facial expression turns them to stone, where if they were to say something rude to you, they just freeze right in their tracks. I'm also getting the energy, my pal number ones, that a lot of you have very beautiful hair. Because I'm noticing her hair here, her hair here. Some of you have, well, men, you have really nice hair where people just want to run their fingers through your hair. For some of you, my woman, I'm feeling like you have long, flowy, beautiful hair, like a siren, like a beautiful mermaid. And some of you love to color your hair in different colors here. We see purple here, rainbow colors here, and blue here. So I'm feeling like that energy that people love to play with your hair, and something about your hair kind of hypnotizes people, like they're showing me in the movies when someone takes down their hair and they shake their hair and time just slows down. That's how your beauty hypnotizes people, my pal number ones. And another thing about your beauty and your energy is your heart shines so brightly that it just attracts and lures people in. Because your heart shines out so much, it's like there's fairy dust all around you that almost enchants people in and lures them in. Because your energy is so magical and potent, my pal number one, and your beauty is so potent that it hypnotizes people in. There's this energy to you where we notice her dress is made of seawater. So there's this energy to you where you don't wear clothes. I mean, not you don't wear clothes. The clothes don't wear you. That's the kind of energy I feel. Excuse me with my words. But I mean, like, the clothes don't wear you. You wear those clothes. And it's almost like the clothes don't camouflage into your skin, but they kind of blend in and make everything look seamless and perfect and put together. And there's this energy of you, my pile number ones. I'm seeing that you look really good in pictures, and that's something that hypnotizes people in. Like when people are scrolling across Instagram, TikTok, your social media, Facebook, anything like that, it's like they just have to stop and stare at your picture. There's something about your pictures, your videos, where you look so photogenic that you just lure people in and stop them right in their tracks. And let's say they're at work, they're scrolling through Instagram. Now they've been there sitting 5 minutes staring at your photo, and once they snap out of that hypnotization, they're like, what? I just wasted 5 minutes looking at this. What was I even looking at? Like, it's almost like they come out of it with this forgetfulness. That's how beautiful you are, my pile number ones, and your energy is, and it hypnotizes people in. There's this feeling to you where, with this card, the delegating card, ask others to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. There's this energy to you where people just want to run around and do things for you, my pile number ones. Like, let's say you were at work and you had a whole pile of books to carry, for example. There's this energy to you where all the men or all the women, like the people that are attracted to you, want to just come in and help you carry those books, where you don't even have to carry anything. Or let's say you're going on holiday and you have a lot of bags. There's this energy that people just want to run in and help you and do things for you. There's this energy to you. They're showing me, you're very kind people, my pile number one. So I don't think you take advantage of people, but they're showing me, in those movies where the popular girls always have someone there doing things for them, walking behind them, doing everything for them. It's like people almost want to do that because they're so hypnotized by your beauty. They just want to do everything for you and jump in and help you with everything. You would never carry a big bag a day in your life. You would never carry anything heavy a day in your life, because it's like people just want to rush in to save you or help you in some way. And there's something about you, my pile number ones, that makes people become really aware of, I wouldn't say the spiritual realms, but more so you make people become more aware of themselves and more aware of life in general and humans in general. Because you have a lot of wisdom in your soul, it's almost like when you talk to people, your voices are so comforting and soothing. But I'm also feeling like when you get angry, you can be like a sea storm and drown people in that anger, if they deserve it. But it's kind of like that energy of your voice is so like a melody that people almost get hypnotized by your voice and listening to you, that they just stop and stare, and they may not even listen to what you're actually saying, but just listen to the tone of your voice and really get hypnotized in. Or there's this feeling of them watching you while you speak and you being so beautiful, but them only hearing the tone. And then like they didn't listen the whole time, but not on purpose, because it's like something about your voice is really angelic and like a melody that people just want to listen in. I feel like you would be the perfect people to be musicians in some way, or be speakers of some kind, because people will just stop in their tracks and listen to you and be hypnotized into what you're saying. And when you're talking about things that are really deep or important to you, it's almost like you bring wisdom to people. You bring really good advice to people, and that's another thing that people are hypnotized by. It's not like a thing about your physical beauty, but your inner beauty, your inner light that they're hypnotized by, and they're just in awe of it. That's the kind of energy I feel with the awakening card. Something about your energy feels very sweet, like these grapes here, very rich and very luxurious. You feel like that candle, that expensive candle on my dresser that I only want to light in the special moments. You feel like sushi that I'm eating on those special occasions. You feel like that one dress that we only wear on special occasions because it's so luxurious. Like, that's how your energy feels, my pal number ones. That people just want to savor you when they meet you. They just want to savor your energy. They just want to savor that moment. There's something about you, your beauty, that is so sweet. Like, people just want to keep on having you. Like, you know, when you're eating a bag of chips and you just can't stop eating, that's how your energy feels, my pal number ones. That it almost hypnotizes people in that they just want more and more and more and more and more of your energy. And it's like people really savor the moment when they're around you, by looking at you, by talking to you, by being around you. And it's not just your outer beauty, it's also your inner beauty and your inner light, my pal number ones. There's something about you that makes people feel like life is just a beautiful adventure with the Fool card. Like, new beginnings are possible. There's this almost this feeling of people just falling in love with you and being hypnotized by your inner and outer beauty. And it's not just lovers, it's also friends, people that just meet you. There's this feeling that you bring them that just feels like the sun is rising again. And I just feel this energy, like they just showed me Lilo and Stitch when she jumped in the water and they were playing that music. So you bring people that kind of energy of like, music is playing and it's a fun time and you just jumped into the water on a hot sunny day. That's the kind of energy you bring people with your personality. It's like you are a really fun person, and that hypnotizes people in because they just want to spend all day with you. They don't want the sun to go back down. People feel really loyal to you when they first meet you. It's almost like your energy has this don't F with me vibes, that people feel like they can't, even if they tried to, they wouldn't be able to hurt you emotionally, because something about your energy just gives me that vibe, like, don't F with me, or I'll be like that siren that drowns you in the sea of my emotions or what I tell you after. Like, I get that energy, and people just see that energy and they feel loyal to you all of a sudden, like as soon as they meet you. And you just feel, to me, like to other people, like you unlock the door to a happiest day of their life, or a happy moment in their memory that they will never forget, that they're always going to savor. There's something about you, my pal number ones, that people are always just waiting to see you with the Hangman. So if I had to explain this energy in detail, this is more so people that have seen you a few times. So let's say, you know, a lover or a romantic interest is going to take you out on a date this Friday night. It's like they absolutely can't wait for that date. And that's another thing about your inner and outer beauty that hypnotizes people. It's like they can't wait to see you. It's like their leg is jittering. They just want to see you right now. I'm hearing that song, I'm Addicted to You, Hooked on Your Love. So there's this feeling of you make people addicted to your beauty, to your love. Even if it is friendship, let's say a friend is seeing you this Saturday, it's like they absolutely cannot wait to see you. Life just doesn't feel the same without you, my palatable ones, to a lot of people around you. And there's this feeling you bring, like people almost feel like you're their soulmate, or You know, sometimes you're not even their soulmates. I feel like it's just your soul, your energy that shines so brightly like a star, and your energy that lures people in, that maybe you're not even their soulmate, but they just feel that way because they are so hypnotized by your inner and outer beauty that they feel like the angels have led you to them, that they feel like it's destiny, it's fate, even if they haven't known you for a long time. It's just this feeling of people just... Your energy is so deep that people almost feel like that way about you. Okay, my pal number ones. And like, let's say with this waiting energy as well. Let's say if someone was... Let's say you go to the grocery store every Friday, for example, to buy groceries every week, and someone works there, and they notice this every week, and it's like every Friday they make sure they're looking good just to have you notice them. And it's like when you walk in that shop, they're hypnotized by your beauty. That's another example of like that waiting energy, that people just can't wait to see you. And I'm getting the energy that they sometimes put themselves in situations where they will be able to see you, okay? So something about your energy just lures people in, even romantic partners. And I feel that energy of that pile in my last reading, where I spoke about an instance or an experience I had where I was walking and some man was looking at me, and he had a girlfriend or a wife with him, and he just started staring at me. I feel like you're that pile that even like people with boyfriends or girlfriends, they'll just stop and stare at you sometimes because you bring out the true nature in people. I feel like you're a mirror to people in some type of way, that you bring out the mirror of people in a sense. And if people aren't like loyal to their partner, it's like their partner will see that truth in that moment. I'm getting that energy that like a lot of people with boyfriends or girlfriends, like their boyfriend or girlfriend will look at you and they will get angry at you. But it's like you bring out the truth in people. Your energy is like nobody can lie to you. Nobody can mess with you. That's the kind of energy I feel, the energy of truth. Like you're a mirror that just shows people who they are. And I feel like, you know, when people walk past you, it's like people want to be your lover. People want to be your friend. Because your beauty just hypnotizes people in and lures them in, that people want to speak to you, people want to be with you. It's like life is not the same when you're not around, with the death card. When you are around, it's like flowers bloom and there's life, and then when you're not around, it just feels like everything's blah, everything's dead. That's the kind of energy I feel. Even people sometimes feel anxious when you're not around. Like sometimes people feel really hypnotized by your energy and your beauty, that when you're not around or when you're not messaging them, they get really anxious and they're like, does this person not like me anymore? There's something about your energy that people just really become obsessed with you, that they can't stop thinking about you. It's almost like that love potion energy I spoke about before. You're not giving them a love potion, but your energy is so potent, your beauty is so potent that it hypnotizes people in and makes them kind of obsess over you, my pal number ones. So that was your reading. I really hope that this resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share my video to all your friends. I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye. Hi to my pile number 2s. If you chose this Leopard Jasper crystal, this reading is for you. We're going to take a look at what about your beauty hypnotizes people. So please be aware this reading is gender non-specific and to only take what resonates, as this is a general reading. You chose the card Ghosts of the Past. It says the past returns for a time. So let's go ahead and add your cards for you. The first card we have is Shine Your Light. Next we have Peace. There is no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. We have the card the Page of Cups. The next card we have is the Star. Oh my gosh. We have the Star and Shine Your Light. That is a synchronicity. The next card we have is the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Voices. The next card we have is the Three of Emotions, which is the Three of Cups. The next card we have is the Queen of Emotions, which is the Queen of Cups. So I will say the energy feels very similar to pile number 1, but also different in a way. So if you were drawn to pile number 1, please go ahead and watch that as well. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Five of Swords. And lastly, we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, my pile number 2s. Now that we have your cards laid out, I see exactly what about your beauty hypnotizes people in. So if you didn't see while I was laying out the cards, I mentioned that you have a similar energy to pile number 1, but also different. So if you were drawn to pile number 1, please go and watch that as well, but please also watch this because it also has a different energy. Okay, so the first thing I want to mention is what was similar to pile number 1. We have here Shine Your Light, and in pile number 1 I talked about star qualities. I mean, you have the Shine Your Light card and also the Star card, and that is a huge synchronicity for what about your beauty hypnotizes people. There's something about you that just shines so brightly, like a star, my pile number 1s. My pile number 2s. You are like a star that just shines so brightly. You have this look to you when people look at you. There's this feeling of like, you're so ethereal. You shine so brightly. They almost feel like the world just stops and slows down. And you also have a siren energy, mermaidy energy, where you just slow the energy down. When people look at you, they feel hypnotized by you. They just feel like everything's slowing down, and it's almost like they see a glow around you, and they almost feel like they have passed out, and now they're showing me, in The Little Mermaid, when Eric I think he was drowning in the sea or something, and then she saved him and she was above him, and then she looked like so glowy above him, and he was almost like unconscious. So there's this energy of people almost feel dizzy when they see you, because your energy is so potent that it hypnotizes people, that they're almost feeling like they're looking like at an angel, or directly at bright light energy. I feel like you have very pure souls, very bright white lights around you, or very strong, potent auras that just hypnotizes people in my pile number twos. And there's something about you, my pile number twos. You have very bright star qualities to you. You are a person that shines so brightly, that just stands out, even if, while the energy they're giving me is like how Beyonce stood out amongst everyone else. That's your energy, my pile number twos. There's something about you that just stands out, even if you're in a crowd of beautiful people. There's something about you that just stands out and hypnotizes people in. And I'm feeling the energy of like, they're showing me the Bachelorette, or is it the Bachelor? It's like where all the people, well, they're showing me women, but it can also be for you if you're a man. But let's say if you're seeing like the Bachelorette, it's like all these women together standing in a row, and maybe even if you were in a crowd and all these, like let's say you're a woman, for example, and all the women are around you, standing around you, and they're all dressed up in their best outfits, put makeup on, and maybe you're just dressed normally. There's something about you that just stands out, and there's something about you that just stands out and hypnotizes people in your beauty, your natural beauty, your aura. It's like you slow down time and you lure people in like a siren, and you have this glow to you, like you look really glowy, your skin looks very glowy, your hair looks very glowy and shiny. You just lure people in with your energy, even if you're not the best dressed that day. And there's something about you that seems like royalty, my pile number twos. Like she's wearing a crown here, so there's something about you that people almost want to bow down to you, and people just have this respect for this energy you have, how you shine so brightly, my pile number twos. And there's something about you, like I feel like you have a lot of talents or a lot of gifts, or you're good at a lot of things, and there's just something about you that really shines. Like I feel like you, my pile number twos, would be the best models, the best actresses, singers, because you just lure people in with your looks and also your voice, your aura. Everything about you lures people in and just stops time, where they feel like they are almost hypnotized, but feeling like dizzy and maybe even high by your beauty. That's how potent your energy feels, my pile number twos. You're like sirens that just lure people in with your beauty. And I feel like the amount of people you lure in can attract some jealousy from the same gender, or even from friends. And the reason I'm saying this is because we have the Five of Swords here. But since your energy is so potent and you shine so brightly, it's like they realize that they can't really do anything about this. Let's use an example of, let's say, your friend. Let's say you're a woman and your friend is also a woman, and your friend likes this guy, but then this guy actually likes you. But you're not even flirting with him or trying to get his attention, but it's like everyone just notices you. Like time just slows down with you, my pile number twos, that people just notice you and maybe doesn't notice her. And there's this energy of like maybe your friend getting really jealous or angry at you, like, why doesn't he notice me? I'm the best dressed today, I've put on the best makeup, but he doesn't notice me, he only noticed her. but it's not like you're flirting with the guy or anything. So I get that energy that your beauty is so potent that it hypnotizes people even when you don't want it to. So it can be a little bit of a blessing, but also a little bit of a curse. And I also feel like, people of the same gender as you will kind of sometimes get jealous of you, my pile number twos, because you just stand out so much that no matter what they do to look the best, it's like all eyes are on you, my pile number twos. That I keep want to say pile number one, but it's a similar energy. It's like all eyes on you, that people just get hypnotized by your beauty, and people of the same gender feel like they can't compete with you, where maybe even friends will stop hanging out with you or cut you off. But the thing that makes you shine so brightly and stand out that they don't realize is your light, your confidence, because you chose the Leopard's Jasper. Your light, your confidence, your beauty within, your aura. They don't realize that. Okay? So, if they really worked on their confidence and they really had a bright aura like you did, and they really worked on their self-worth to feel good enough from within, they would shine that brightly too. But they don't realize that because they're looking at the wrong things, my pal number twos. So it's kind of like they get jealous of you, or they want to betray you in some way. They feel really frustrated and stuck when they're around you, because it's like you are here shining so brightly, but they're here not even being noticed by anyone. And something about you just stands out, my pal number twos, that people feel like they can't compete with you. They're showing me a TikTok, like it's something along the lines of, how do I explain this? They're not showing me exactly what it says, but something like, let's say he shows you his ex-girlfriend, and you're his ex-girlfriend, for example, and you're this bright person, this person that stands out, and they feel like this. It's like, oh, okay, well, bye, I'm ghosting that dude because I don't even compare to that person. That's the kind of energy I get. Like people don't even want to compete with you because they know that it's not going to work. There's something about you that just stands out and shines so much that people feel like they can't even compete with you. Even if they tried, they'd be stuck. Okay, so there's also this feeling that if people have ever been friends with you and said, no, don't wear that, or put you down in some way, tried to make you look bad. Like, let's say someone compliments you and they're like, oh, but she's wearing makeup, or, that kind of vibe. Then you know that they're jealous of you, that you shine and stand out so much that they don't want you to. I feel the best protection method for you, my pal number twos, is to stay away from people that are insecure. Stay away from people that are insecure, because they're always going to try to dim your light, because they don't have that light within themselves. And a good energy protection method I'm feeling for you is plaiting your hair. We see plaits here. That is a way good energy protection method, because it distracts people from looking at your soul. And I also notice she's wearing like some kind of diamond here by her heart. So wearing a crystal necklace by your heart chakra to protect your heart chakra. Okay, my pal number twos. That is the best protection energy method from people that is jealous of you, of your beauty. So I feel like the reason why you hypnotize people with your beauty is the amount that you shine and how you lure people in like a siren. And there's this feeling to you like, her hair here looks like it's underwater and it's so flowy. There's this feeling to you that people really love your hair. Also your eyes. I'm seeing eyes here. Some of you have really cute eyebrows and really cute lips that they just want to kiss, really kissable lips. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing some of you, even if you're a man, you have that kind of hair that people just want to run their fingers through. Kissable lips, yes. Some of you have really cute cheeks, really cute button noses. And some of you look really youthful, even if you become old, or if you are a little bit more mature. It's like a lot of you have very youthful looks to you. Like a vampire, you just don't get old. I'm hearing like fine wine. And I'm also seeing your cheeks. Like some of you have really rosy cheeks. Maybe the way you apply blush, or some of you just have really rosy cheeks naturally, and people feel hypnotized by that. I also feel here the way you do your hair sometimes is really cute. Like it just hypnotizes and draws people in. And another thing I'm feeling here is kind of like this energy of I keep being drawn here to this area. So if you're a woman and you ever have, cleavage showing or a little bit of skin showing, it's like people are just drawn there. I don't know why. Even if you don't have a really curvy body, if you don't have a big chest area or a big ass, like if you're a woman, the kind of energy I'm getting is people still are drawn there. I don't know why, but that's another thing that hypnotizes people. I'm getting the energy of like eyes up here, eyes up here. Like people get hypnotized by your sensuality, my pile number twos, because you are so confident in yourself. Even if you don't have those qualities that people think you should have, like the beauty standard qualities, you just shine out. And I'm also feeling like with this card, Ghosts of the Past returns for a time. There's this energy that people feel so hypnotized by your beauty inside and out that people from your past just can't get over you. It's like I'm seeing an image that people sometimes stare at your photos and they just can't let go of you, with the Four of Pentacles as well. They can't let go of you. There's this energy to you that like people can't just stop thinking about you. They can't get you out of their mind. Now I'm hearing that song by Kylie Minogue, Can't Get You Out of My Head. So there's this energy to you that people even like 4 or 5 years later will still be thinking about you, that they can't get you out of their mind because you shine out so much, you stand out so much. That's what hypnotizes people in. They just can't get you out of their head. And there's this energy of people from your past always checking up on you, always having you on their mind, always speaking about you, where even like, let's say they're speaking about you, it's like, let's say it's someone that was romantically interested in you or an ex, then they'd speak about you so much that people would be like, it's been years now, aren't you over that person? Get over them. Like, what the... And then if it's like an ex-friend and they're gossiping about you or something like that, they're showing me in Mean Girls when she was speaking about what was the main character's name? When she was speaking about Regina George, and she was kind of like just speaking and speaking and speaking, and people were getting bored of her. That's the kind of energy I feel like. Sometimes people get tired of it because of how much they speak about you. It's like you hypnotize people in with your energy and your beauty, that people just can't get you out of their mind, can't get you out of like their mind. They just can't stop talking about you or thinking about you. It's like you've put them under some kind of spell, where I don't feel like you've done that physically, but your energy does that to people, that people just can't let go of you, my pile number twos. Another thing I feel that really hypnotizes people in my pile number twos, you are really confident people. You're your authentic self. We notice here in the background people wearing masks and you not wearing a mask. So you're really authentic people. You don't wear a mask around people. And that is also what makes your energy shine so brightly, because you're authentic and true to yourself. Okay, my pile number twos. And when we hide or mask our energy, people can't see the true beauty of our soul. Even if we're hiding like bad things we don't want others to see, when we're hiding our energy, we look dull and we look almost not as shiny or bright. And the kind of energy I feel is a lot of the people that were jealous of you hide their energy out of shame. Like maybe they have traits about themselves they feel guilty or shameful about, even physical traits, and then they see you and they see you shining so brightly and you just being your authentic self, dressing the way you want, speaking the way you want, being playful with others, even strangers, being so lovable, being so deep about yourself. Maybe even you speak about your deep thoughts and you have deep conversations with people that just draws them in. You are a very deep person, my pile number twos, and you are open and honest with your energy. You don't hide your energy. You're authentic with your energy. And those that wear masks to try and cover what's truly inside don't really let their light shine out as much as you do. So there's this energy of them becoming jealous of you. And I really feel like people from your past, even if you've made peace with them, you no longer think of them. You may even find like 10 years later, an ex-boyfriend, an ex-girlfriend comes knocking on your door, like trying to give you flowers, and you're already married. And you're like, what are you doing here? You know, you being your authentic self lures and hypnotizes people in, because it's so rare to see a soul shine out so brightly and just be confident in themselves. Because you chose the Leopard Jasper. And the Leopard energy is that confidence, courage to really show and to really shine out and show your true, authentic nature. So, you know, none of us are perfect. And these people are learning a lesson to let go of guilt and shame, to let go of the masks they wear around others, to protect themselves. So those people are using coping mechanisms to protect themselves. They wear masks to basically not show their true selves, because maybe they believe nobody would really love their true selves. So they have been stuck this whole time. You have just shown them and shown a mirror to them of what they're feeling, and then they project that onto you, my pile number twos. Because it's like, oh, no one is noticing me. No one is noticing you, not because you shine too brightly and dim their light. No, it's because they're dimming their own light. Now they're projecting it onto you. Okay, my pile number twos. And another thing is, like, you're also so playful, also so fun to be around. You have this youthful energy to you, this playful energy to you with the Page of Cups. And I also feel like you have a nurturing energy to you as well. You're connected to your inner child and also to your motherly energy or fatherly energy. And it's like you nurture those around you, but you're also really playful with them. There's this energy that you teach those that are trying to dim your light lessons here with the Wheel of Fortune by taking them out of your life, and they can't stop thinking about you because your energy just hypnotizes people. Those that are projecting their negative emotions onto you, it's like Spirit is trying to show them the reason why, but they just get so upset that you're shining brighter than them, but they're not actually looking within. Okay, my pile number 2, so there's that energy, and there's also the energy of like people being hypnotized by your beauty, even people from your past that they feel stuck, and they feel like, I feel a lot of people from your past are still in love with you. A lot of people from your past are still thinking about you, and that's the energy I feel the most of, like who's hypnotized by you, but also strangers and people around you and friends. And yeah, but also the reason why is I feel the energy of like they make you the one who got away. They put you on a pedestal, my pal number 2s, because you shine so brightly. You have this energy to you that is almost like royalty, that lures people in and hypnotizes people in. And I'm feeling the energy that you're someone that just always moves forward and goes forward with their life, but you lure people in with your beauty by making people almost feel stuck, like they can't move, like they're showing me stuck in the mud, by your energy, because your energy is so beautiful. Your look as well, and I feel like some of you look really good in like these colors, like emerald green. Some of you look really good in like golden colors, like yellow. Some of you look really good in like blues, turquoises, that kind of things. And some of you really look good with chokers or necklaces, things on your neck, jewelry, earrings. There's something about your energy that just feels so sweet, like the grapes here. Like people just want to continue savoring your beauty, and that's what hypnotizes them in. And another thing here with the 4 of Pentacles, I'm hearing the song Yayo by Lana Del Rey, and it's the part I need you like a baby. So it's like people almost latch onto you because they're hypnotized by your beauty, but not just your outer beauty, also your inner beauty. Okay, so it's like they feel like they just want to latch onto you. Like they're showing me, when someone is about to leave and you're just holding onto their feet and they don't want you to leave. It's almost like you hypnotize people in that I wouldn't say they develop an abandonment, a fear of abandonment by you, but it's like people never want you to leave. People just want to latch onto you because your energy is so potent and so beautiful. And also you, my pal number 2s, there's something about you. I don't even think it's just physical. It's also spiritual. It's also just your energy that hypnotizes people in and makes them feel like time just slows down. Okay, my pal number 2s, I really hope that this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and share with your friends. I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pal number threes. If you chose this Larimar crystal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what about your beauty hypnotizes people. So please be aware this is a gender non-specific reading and to only take what resonates, as this is a general reading. So you chose the card Storm Angel, and it says collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies. Let's go ahead and add your cards for you. Okay, so the first card we have is the Sound of the Universe. Next we have Unconditional Love. Love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Four of Emotions, which is the Four of Cups. We have the Five of Inspiration, which is the Five of Wands. We have the Nine of Inspiration, which is the Nine of Wands. We have the Magician. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Hierophant. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Wands lastly. Okay, my pal number threes, now that we have your cards laid out for you, I see what about you hypnotizes people with your beauty. So the first thing I am seeing here in your card, we have the card Storm Angel. And I kind of get this energy that you are someone that is having like a very angelic energy. We even see angel wings here in the Hierophant card. You are someone with a very angelic energy. Something about you, like when people first see you, they feel hypnotized by your beauty like an angel. And it's like that energy of like that pickup line, did it hurt when you fell from heaven? That kind of energy, like you're just so beautiful or so handsome that you look like an angel. You look like a mythical being. You look like you were blessed from God, the universe, with your good looks, my pal number threes. And there's this energy to you that you just have this aura of radiance, like you just look like an angel. You look so perfect. You look so, everything about you just looks on point, my pal number threes. And there's this energy to you, like kiss or touch of an angel, that your beauty is just so rare to come across, or your good looks are just so rare to come across that most people don't find it often. And I'm kind of getting the energy here that a lot of you have, just this kind of energy that draws people in and hypnotizes them like an angel. Like if they were to just see an angel and they just had to stop and stare That's the kind of energy I get from you, my pile number threes. There's something about you that just draws people in, hypnotizes them. The first thing I am noticing here is we have beautiful eyes. So I feel like even in this card, beautiful eyes. So a lot of you, your eyes just draw and hypnotize people in. Like people just stare into your eyes and get lost in your eyes. And I'm hearing that song Lost Without You. Something like that. So it's like people almost feel when your presence isn't there. Like your presence is just so angelic and so magical that people feel when you're not there, and they feel almost lost without you. And you know that angelic energy is almost like sometimes people look to you as like their savior or their knight in shining armor, or even if you're a woman, like they view you like that someone so angelic and pure. And I think that's what draws people in and hypnotizes them. I'm also seeing lips here. So some of you have very kissable lips. People just want to kiss your lips. We even see the image of two people about to kiss. I even feel the energy that sometimes, like, they're showing me a vision of, you know, in movies where someone is about to lean in and kiss them, and then they're like, I wasn't trying to kiss you. Like, I just feel like you have such kissable lips that people just almost want to lean in and kiss you, and they feel hypnotized by it, even if you don't want to kiss them. Okay, my pile number threes. And, you know, with this angelic energy you have, I feel like you have this old soul to you. You look like you're from the heavens or the celestial realms. And maybe even some of you have alien energy. Like you're just very unique and authentic, and or maybe you just feel like you're out of this world, or like just very mystical, very celestial, very celestial. And sometimes I feel like some of you, my pile number threes, give off that alien energy because you're very different and unique. And I get this energy that sometimes you don't like humans because humans can be so irritating. Humans can almost cause this irritation in you, like they don't quite understand you, or they don't quite understand you. Sometimes people misunderstand you, or sometimes people aren't as smart as you. Like I feel like you're very, very smart, so sometimes you need to simplify what you're saying to people and they just don't get it. And I feel like sometimes there's that irritation there. And some of you have even forgotten that you are angels incarnated as humans, and you wonder why the world feels so strange to you. Okay, so that's a message I'm getting for some of you, while a lot of you with that angel energy. Another thing I'm feeling here is it's like you are such calm people, but you hypnotize people with your beauty that you almost make people feel like there's storms around. Like, the kind of energy I'm feeling is if someone were to look at you, and let's just use an example here. Let's say they have never found love before, and this person was looking at you, they would become hypnotized by you and obsessed with you the minute they find you, because you are like no other. Okay, you're like that diamond everybody wants. Okay, and I kind of feel the energy here with the unconditional love. She's wearing a veil, and the 10 of Cups card shows a happy family. It's like everyone wants to wife or husband you up. Okay, my pile number threes, and everyone just wants you. And there's this kind of energy to you where people just feel like there's storms around them if they can't have you. They become obsessed with your beauty, by how you hypnotize them by your beauty. Even if you didn't want them or lead them on, it's kind of like they become obsessed with you when you don't want them. It's like storms, and it's that kind of energy. They're showing me the movie The Hot Chick, when I think he and her broke up because it was the kind of energy of like, in the movie, this is not relevant, but they switched bodies. But they're showing me, okay, so in the movie they switched bodies. The woman switched bodies with a man. And the kind of energy I feel here is after they switched bodies, she broke up with him or he broke up with her. I don't really know what happened. And then he was like so lost without her. He couldn't. The feeling I get is like people can't eat, they can't sleep, they can't think. They just get so obsessed with you that you're the only thing that's on their minds. And in that movie, he was like walking in the street and crying, and he was just missing her so much. And she came across him, and basically he was like begging for her back. He got on his knees and he was begging for her back, and he's like, I can't live without you, baby. And I think he was carrying a bottle of alcohol. He was drunk or something. And I feel like you get people almost obsessed with you by how beautiful or handsome you are, that they almost feel like there's storms around them. And in the movie, it was basically the man that was in the woman's body, and she robbed him. She took his car, and she was like, oh, you really do anything for me? Give me your car keys. And he was like, okay. And then she almost ran him over. And it's like this energy of like, even if you don't want that person, they become so obsessed with you that they do anything for you. They'd even let you run them over or take their car, take everything of theirs. It's like they become so hypnotized by you, but that it's like nothing matters, nothing makes sense without you in their life. And I just feel this energy that everybody wants you as their wife, as their husband. Everybody wants you in that romantic way. Like, people just fall in love with you, my pile number threes. And it's like when you're not around, it just feels like storms. It feels like they're missing you so much. It feels like they're drowning in their own sadness. That's how it feels. So that's how you draw people in and hypnotize people in with your beauty. So even though you draw in a lot of romantic partners and you make people want to wife you up or husband you up, there's this energy of you, my pile number threes, where a lot of the times you turn people down because you see that they don't have the same values as you. It's like you have such a pure angelic energy, that you have such high standards that sometimes it's impossible for others to meet, and that's not a bad thing. But I feel like some people just don't even meet the bare minimum of your standards because maybe they have values that are vastly different to yours. Like, you have such a pure and angelic energy that makes you draw people in. That's what makes you shine out so brightly. And there's this kind of energy of like, you don't, okay, let's say for example you're a woman and a man wants you and now he wants to wife you up, or you know, that kind of energy. But maybe he wants like many wives, or he's the type of man that would go to like strip clubs and things like that, and that's not you. That doesn't match your values. And there's this kind of energy of like, when worlds collide and those intentions are vastly different, it's like it creates storms, and you know that it can create toxic relationships if your values don't align. So there's this feeling of you maybe even getting tired or irritated with people, because it's like the world is just filled with people where their values are so messed up or they don't align with yours, and you almost feel like, why can't you find people that are pure souls like you, my pile number threes? I also feel like you bring change into people's lives. Like, sometimes you bring change into their lives where you try to show them the right path and the pure path. And I feel like you're the type of person that gives good advice to people. And sometimes they don't want to listen to that because their values are just so out of whack with your pure energy that change you try to bring into their lives, or maybe you don't even try to bring it into their lives. It's kind of like, let's say you give someone advice and they ask you for your advice and you give it to them, you give them the honest truth, but now they can't accept your truth because it's like they can't accept change, and it becomes dramatic, wild, and it becomes like lightning. And now it's like you bring people out of their comfort zone, and sometimes people even cling on to their beliefs even more when they're around you, because it's like they can't let go of that old version of themselves that doesn't serve them. Okay, so don't compromise who you are out of being compassionate for people. Don't change your beliefs for people. Don't try to make as if your values are the same as them, or try to morph yourself to them, my pile number threes, especially when those values don't align or those beliefs don't align. It's kind of like, I also feel with you, my pile number threes, your energy is so pure that people can't lie to you. People can't manipulate you. People can't cheat on you. People can't hide things from you. Because it's like you bring that tower energy to people. They're showing me the tower card, to people that are deceptive. And that's another thing that people get hypnotized by, because it's like they can't lie to you, and they wonder why, if they're like that. Okay, my pile number threes. So I guess what you bring out of people is depending on who they are as a person. And I feel like let's say you go out with people and they're talking about things that don't align with you. I just feel like you get bored of humans because of that. Like you're such an old soul that sometimes people don't match up to who you are as a person. And I want you to know that you will find those pure souls just like you. Okay? And I also feel like with your energy, my pile number threes, like this lightning energy, I feel like you bring it out in people that are jealous of you as well. Like sometimes you bring out the self-conscious energy out in people where they feel self-conscious of themselves, and you're teaching them some kind of spiritual lesson, similar to pile number 2 where I mentioned that. And there's this energy of like you bringing those emotions out of them that they're scared to feel, like their insecurities, you being a mirror to their insecurities. It's like your energy is so pure and high vibrational that it is almost like an angel. Maybe you are an angel incarnated in human form, and it's hard for you to even get people on that level, but it's like they become so obsessed with you, but you don't even like them that much. I feel that energy very heavily in my pile number threes. And also with the Storm Angel card, I feel like people almost don't want to mess with you, because it's like you give this don't F with me vibe, that if people were to mess with you, they will see the storms come out. They will see hell in that moment. That's kind of like the energy I feel. Even though you're not like that, but if they come to you with a snake or shady kind of energy, it's like you bring out that lightning and fire, where you just don't allow that energy to come into your life. Okay, my pal number threes. So I kind of feel the energy that it's like people just become so obsessed with you, and they become hypnotized by your beauty and obsessed with your beauty because of your pure souls. I also feel like here with the Storm Angel card, she has purple hair, and in this card she has blue hair. So some of you love to color your hair or just do your hair in a way that's very authentic to your style. Some of you have very unique styles. I mean, she's wearing this outfit here. It looks very cute. I really like it. And I feel like people get hypnotized by your style, by your unique style, because something about your style is very unique, like the way you do your hair, the way you do your makeup, maybe some of you the way you have your hair as men, or beards, or even the way you dress, the way you put yourself out there in the world. And there's this kind of energy to you that is also really sexy with the Knight of Wands. Even if you aren't looking for that type of attention, it's like people are really attracted to you in that way, and they become hypnotized and mesmerized by your beauty. They're showing me, you know, when in those cartoons where there's like food and people are smelling the food, and it's like they're just floating in the air, floating towards that. You do that to people. Maybe some of you smell really good, but maybe it's not even just your smell. Maybe it's just your beauty that hypnotizes people, where they feel like they're floating towards you. And I feel this energy that for some of you, you also have really beautiful voices, or this energy to you where your voice just sounds really good. Some of you sing really well. Some of you, your voice just sounds really well. Your voice sounds really beautiful or handsome, where people just want to listen to it all day. And I'm getting this energy that of dreaminess with you, my pal number threes, that people dream of you, and they kind of dream of you, and then they feel all romantic the next day. There's that energy. And I also feel the energy that sometimes people become so hypnotized by your beauty, like the gender that is attracted to you sometimes becomes a little bit insecure because you are so beautiful or handsome, that it's like they feel like they don't match up to your level. They feel like they are out of your league, and it just feels like people that are interested in you romantically want to work for you. They want to put in the work for you and really the feeling I'm getting is like kiss your ass. Like they want to do everything for you and almost people please you to get you to notice them. I feel like you bring that energy out on people, where they're hypnotized by your beauty, where they just do anything for you with the Seven of Pentacles, even if it's hard work. And I feel the energy that even people where, like, let's say they don't want relationships and you come in, now all of a sudden they want a wife or husband you up, and they're doing all the work for you, even if it's hard work. And maybe for their previous boyfriends and girlfriends, they didn't do anything for those people, and now those exes are watching, and it's like, he or she did all those things that I wanted for you. Does that make sense, my pal number threes? So you bring that out of people, and they're showing me Shrek when he went on that quest for Fiona. He didn't originally go on it for Fiona, but it's like people that don't meet your standards, they're showing me when she's in the dragon's castle and all those skulls and everything there. It's like you have high standards, but it's not a bad kind of high standards. It's you knowing your worth, and they just don't make it to the top of that tower to get you. And it's like people that are like really motivated to get there, that will do anything for you, even if it's challenging. With the Nine of Wands, will get to that top of the tower and rescue you. But you don't need rescuing, but it's like people almost want to come in and rescue you, my pile number threes, because you are so beautiful, because they're so hypnotized by your beauty that they feel like they'd do anything for you. And now I'm hearing that song by Kali Uchis. It's like, if I could be your girl, something like that. Something along the lines of like, I would pull the stars out of the sky if I could be your girl, something like that. So there's this energy that people almost want to do the impossible for you. You hypnotize them by your beauty, where they just want to do everything for you. And I'm seeing a vision of like, let's say you're a woman, for example, and a man is trying to date you. It's like they would do everything for you. They'd paint your toenails, even if they don't usually do that with their love interest. They'd brush your hair for you. They'd make you coffee in the mornings, run bath water for you, cook for you, even if they don't really do that. They'd spoil you and work hard for you. That's the kind of energy I feel like people want to prove to you their worth. And I feel like it's because you know your worth so much that people just want to do the most for you, my pile number threes. And I'm feeling the energy that even if when you're not like looking, when you're just in your own world, people really become hypnotized by you, and you may not even notice them looking at you. Here with the Four of Emotions, she's looking down, she's just doing her own thing, and it's like people just get hypnotized by you, but you don't even notice it. And they're showing me something like, let's say you're walking around and someone just gets hypnotized by your beauty or your handsomeness, and they just trip over and fall. That's the kind of energy they're showing me. Like, people become so hypnotized and mesmerized by you, my pile number threes. And I kind of get the energy that since you attract so many romantic partners, the opposite gender may become really self-conscious, or sometimes try to attack your light if they're insecure within themselves. Okay, my pile number threes. And I'm getting this energy to you where you vibrate at a frequency of love, and that's another thing that brings people to you, where people just want to date you or be your friend. And it's because your heart operates at a space of unconditional love that people unconsciously feel that energy. And I feel the energy that you, my pile number threes, treat your loved ones, treat your friends, treat people that are important to you like family, as we see in the Ten of Cups. You're like a celebration to those close to you. Like, they always want to be around you, and when you're not around them, that the lack of your presence, the absence of your presence is truly felt. They're showing me in Friends when Ross and that other guy stopped being friends, and he was so sad, like doing things on his own. That's the energy I feel like. People really become so sad when you're not around, but when you're around, it's like all these fireworks, all these happy energies are here. People become obsessed with you, my pile number threes, and it's like they get so hypnotized by your beauty inside and out that they become obsessed with you. That's the energy I feel for you, my pile number threes. So I really hope that this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share with your friends. And I can't wait to see you in my next reading.